pickup NASCAR, the Toyota Tundra. And he's going to stop out in front of the house and give it some full welly as well. Let's hear it for Andrew Franzone, guys. Being told it's Travis Hansen this afternoon. It's Andrew Franzone this morning. Who's next? Indeed, I can tell you it will be James Wood in the ex-Martin Truex Jr. NASCAR. Travis Hansen absolutely wrecking a set of rears. There's James Wood in the Toyota Camry NASCAR. We need Travis Hansen to get a move on, otherwise James might catch him up. Come through that thick bloom of tyre smoke from the Toyota pickup. Two examples of Toyota's leading NASCARs on the course at the same time, the pickup and of course the Sprint Cup machine. And there's another one on the screen as well, coming off the start line. The ex-Jamie McMurray McDonald sponsored Chevrolet SS. Will Spencer, the car's owner, is in that one. The American NASCAR enthusiast and collector, works closely with many of the teams in NASCAR. We are in the thick of the action involving classes 6, 7, 9, 10 and 11, which is our touring cars, our NASCARs and our rally machines. And it also includes this outrageous Mercedes-Benz truck, European Truck Racing Champion winner, and it's driven by lady racer Ellen Law, who was, of course, those of you who remember, a DTM race winner for Mercedes back in the early 90s. Also raced Formula Ford back in the day in Britain as well, raced in the festival. So she's beeping the horn on that truck. Give her a wave. Ellen Law, great German racer, now retired, back behind the wheel of the huge Mercedes truck. Deceptively quick, these machines. Richard Childress is here this weekend in one of his own Chevrolet SS NASCARs. Childress, who has won numerous NASCAR titles as a team owner, including for the late great Dale Earnhardt. This guy in the livery of his stepson Austin Dillon. Just keeping the front of the car under control, using his left foot on the brakes, but spinning that Chevrolet V8 power away as he comes along in front of the house and under the bridge, soon to disappear in a cloud of smoke. I think it's a case of monkey see, monkey do for our NASCAR boys down there on the front straight in front of Goodwood House. He's just waiting for Childress to get out of the way. Henry Mann's caught up in the Ford Galaxy, the 1960s British saloon car machine, driven to such good effect in the day by the likes of Jack Sears, Dan Gurney, Bob Althoff, Jack Brabham. Richard Childress has stopped showboating in the NASCAR. He's on his way up the hill towards the Flint Wall. Henry Mann giving chase, and the M&M's number 18 NASCAR also on the way up. Alex Yonts is driving that car at the moment. NASCAR, of course, is America's biggest racing championship. 36 rounds to the Sprint Cup from the big super speedways of Daytona and Talladega to the little half-mile ovals at tracks such as Bristol. Touring cars also part of this set, and what a treat we have in the shape of the Audi Quattro DTM winner. Timo Witt driving that car this weekend. Raced in period by Hans Stuck, and of course Frank Bieler, who we saw out earlier. Now here's a car to keep an eye on, ladies and gentlemen. This is Andrew Jordan in the ferocious Audi S1 Quattro, the World Rallycross car. He chucks it into the first corner, hugely sideways, a massive amount of power. Kisses the apex on the last part of the double apex right-hander, hammers along underneath the bridge. He's going hugely quickly over the bridge into Malcolm, stamps on the brakes, down a few gears, get it flicked in, nice and sideways. Andrew, of course, a champion in Rallycross, finished on the podium in the British round of the World Rallycross Championship at Lyden a few years ago, a star of British Touring Car Championship racing. And here he is, throwing this ferocious Audi Quattro around like a true veteran. Not being driven by its owner, Matthias Ekström, this weekend, because he's on duty for Audi in the DTM. No time running on that car, but it was a very quick time indeed. He's safely across the line. Wonderful Alfa 1750 GTM, Gianfranco Gentile at the wheel of that car, the 2-litre 1970 Alfa touring car that was so successful in what was a class structure to the European Touring Car Championship back in the day. Many great touring car drivers raced that one. David Brabham is out in the Brabham Repco BT24, the 1968 3-litre Grand Prix car raced by his father. We've already seen David out in the Bentley GT3 earlier. He's now in one of his late great father's Grand Prix cars. Bobby Labonte, the great NASCAR champion, is here, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the Richard Petty STP number 43. Is there a more evocative colour scheme than the STP red and blue and the number 43 of the King? Richard Petty, 7 times a NASCAR champion. Please do not adjust your sets, ladies and gentlemen. This is for real. James Dean, one of our drifting kings. We've got a whole horde of these drifters coming out to play. They are absolutely magnificent. Keep your eyes feasted on the course. He flicks the car right and left through past the flint wall. Gets it set up using the hydraulic handbrake. Got a very long steering rack to cope with the wild angles of this car. And he hammers the heavily modified Nissan across the line. On board with Mad Mike Widdett as he gets ready to unleash the 1,000 horsepower Mazda RX-8, but not before we've seen Mark Higgins, multiple British Rally champion, and just a few weeks ago took the production car lap record, his own lap record, took it and smashed it out of the park with this Subaru WRX STI, built specially for the job by ProDrive. Higgins, who was born on the Isle of Man, knows every inch of the 37-mile mountain course. During TT weekend, he averaged 128 miles an hour. Truly magnificent. If you haven't seen it on YouTube, make sure you look it up. It's quite terrifying. Here the wastegate on the turbo whistling as Mark hammers across the line. Catch My Drift is the name of the game in Class 10, and these remarkable machines, including this Nissan Nismo of Darren McNamara, they are 35 GTR, set up to go sideways all day long. Huge amounts of power, spins its wheels in most gears. There's all sorts of showboating and skullduggery going on. Butsy Butler is up there at the top, filling the top paddock with smoke. Bruce hasn't quite got to the top paddock yet, no, but he will behave like that when he gets up there, it's guaranteed. Give Bruce a warning in advance to take cover. He's completely disappeared from... Where's he gone? There he is, Butsy Butler in this extraordinary Toyota Sora. Flicks it sideways, jumps on the gas, huge amounts of grunt. Give him a wave and a cheer as he comes past you. These guys are fantastic. Oh, he's stopping, he's going to do some more. That's one of the drifters, isn't it, in the top paddock? It's got it stuck on the grass at the top there. And a big cheer from the crowd out there. That'll need a push, won't it? Spinning it around in the top paddock, and he's got it stuck on the grass. Interesting shot there of the approach to Moulcombe, where the edge of the track has been chewed up. Luke Woodham is here in the Nissan 200 SXS. He had a problem with the car on Friday, got it repaired for Saturday, and it's been spectacular ever since. Here's Mike Whittett, ladies and gentlemen. We want you to film Mike's run. Upload it onto Twitter using the hashtag FOS, and we will make a compilation of all your bits of footage on board with the very, very exciting Kiwi in this 1,000 horsepower Mazda RX-8. The onboard camera, he's going to spin it. Is he doing a donut, or is he got a problem with that? Yeah, there's a problem with the RX-8. See Terry Grant there going to help give Mike a push. So a problem with the RX-8 then for Mad Mike Whittett. For the past 2 years he's been spectacular here at the Festival of Speed, and great to have him back here again, but it's gone wrong this time. We've still got some more drift cars to come. That's Baxi, isn't it? Yeah, Steve Bajuri, or Bagsy to his friends in the Nissan 200 ZX. Throttle mashed in that car, tortured rear tyres. He flicks it one way and the other, comes up to the first corner. It'll be a big Scandinavian flick, and he'll come round the first corner at all sorts of lurid angles. We're going to get lots of footage of these drift cars absolutely at 90 degrees to the direction of travel, fully crossed up, and he turns it around in front of the house for us. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Popped it onto the grass, but back onto the black stuff, and he heads off towards the footbridge in front of the house. Pretty sure there's more to come from Bagsy. Big Scandinavian flick into Moulcombe, slides one way and then the other. He's still hammering along in that incredible drift car. That really does take some doing, flicking it sideways like that past the flint wall, touches the grass on the way through the penultimate corner. Here's Vaughan Gittin. He's lost a bit of his rear bumper. I wonder how long that's going to hang on for. Vaughan Gittin Jr., the charismatic American in the Mustang RTR. And he's lost his bumper. Yeah, that's detached itself and is outside my commentary box at Moulcombe. Fantastic. Yeah, please don't run over and grab that and pop it on eBay. We need a marshal to retrieve that, which we've now done. Need a very special welcome for this next car on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Zanardi making his Festival of Speed debut. A motor racing legend, and now, of course, a Paralympian gold medalist. His first time at the Festival of Speed, and he admitted to us the other day he's been blown away by the reception, all the different cars. He loves the history of motorsport. There's a replay of Vaughan Gittin, absolutely as sideways as it's possible to be. Ripped that rear bumper off as the car hit the compression between the edge of the grass and the track, but by the time he'd come to Moulcombe, it had detached itself. It's the Rowell Motorsport BMW Z4 GT3 of Alex Zanardi, a car run by his good friend Roberto Ravaglia in the Blancpain series. A few more bits of drift car lying around on the course. We'll have those cleared up. still hear some wild donutting going on in the top paddock. I'm sure Bruce will find out the culprits. Yes, it's Vaughan Gittin Jr. in the Mustang RTR. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Alessandro Zanardi, the great IndyCar hero, former Grand Prix driver with Lotus and with Williams. Lost his legs in that horrific champ car accident at the Lausitzring in 2001. Now races with hand controls. Look at this, absolutely fantastic. The Olympic gold medalist donuts the BMW Z4 GT3 around in front of the house. Give him a very special welcome, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to donut the car around just outside the entrance to the Formula One paddock. Round it goes. Just touched the bail there, didn't he, and clipped the sign. A tiny bit of cosmetic damage. Grunting through Moulcombe. We stick with Alex Zanardi as he comes through the Flint wall. Di Llewellyn is on course behind him in the Audi Sport Quattro. The S1, the last of the winged Group B monsters. Winner in San Remo in 1985. We'll see that on the hill in a moment. But we're with Alex Zanardi. Oh, there is David Llewellyn. He is absolutely stonking in that thing. Goodness me, that's quick. And following it, its great nemesis, the Lancia Delta S4. Mark Sumter at the wheel of the turbocharged and supercharged monster from 1985-86. Won on its debut on the Lombard RAC Rally in 1985 in the hands of Henry Toivonen. And of course, the great Finn lost his life in one of these cars in Corsica in 1986. Wonderful Martini livery. You can hear the turbocharger and the supercharger whistling and whining away as he shuts the throttle as he comes up to the corners, flicks it through the right-left S-bend up the Flint wall. Just one corner to go for the magnificent Group B Lancia Delta S4. One of several cars here this weekend from the halcyon days of Group B rallying. Quattro already at the top, and there's the Lancia. They're followed up by charismatic Frenchman Jean Ragnotti. He is reunited with the Renault 5 Maxi Turbo he used to win in Corsica in 1985. Been coming to the festival for many years, and always spectacular. Still very much an ambassador for Renault. The course pretty much 100% dry now, so we will see for our shootout later on at about 5 to 4. We'll see some spectacular times. So a glimpse there of the Ferrari 308 Group B rally car, Chris Wilson's car, an unusual but popular sight in rallying. 3-litre V8 Italian machine, complete with original lamp pod. There's a great shot of the front of the Fizzer as it comes across the line. Mauro Ambrogi in the Lancia Stratos, another wonderful Italian World Rally weapon. The checkered flag liveried machine. Checkered flag, of course, the garage owned by Graham Warner. He ran various cars as a privateer in racing and rallying. He's given chase by John Howell in the 124 Fiat Abarth, a car that predates the Stratos by a few years. Sort of car in which another of the great rally Finns, Marco Alén, made his name. How about that for a noise, ladies and gentlemen? The magnificent MG Metro 6R4, 3 litres of mid-engined V6 grunt, and this one dressed up in the colours of Will Gollop's famous rallycross weapon from the 1980s. The 6R4 first appeared in rallying in '85, of course, and then found a home in international rallycross. A big welcome this weekend to Volkswagen WRC star Jari-Matti Latvala. It's his first time at the Festival of Speed, and he's driving that Polo up the hill like he's been coming for 23 years. Fantastic stuff. And this promises to be just as spectacular. Liam Duran holds the car on the fly-off handbrake and absolutely leaps the Citroën DS3 Rallycross weapon up the hill. He's trying to keep it neat and tidy to set a time very sideways. Back at the car, leaps out, touches the grass, and he's flying along under the thing. On board with Liam Duran over the brow to Malcolm. You can't see the turn in until it's almost too late. He gets it slowed, turned in, touches the grassy apex, and is already up towards the flint wall. Rear-facing camera there showing Liam Duran at work. His father Pat is here this weekend as well in his Ford RS 200 5-speed car. Here he goes, smashing through the gearbox in the Citroën DS3. Just one corner to go. Quick dab of the brakes with the left foot to settle the nose, and he's out across the line. 124 miles an hour, a 50.59. He'll be pleased with that. Here's another real showman, Ken Block, ladies and gentlemen. You'll have seen his Gymkhana videos in San Francisco and Los Angeles in the Unicorn Mustang. This is the Hoonigan, the Ford Fiesta rallycross machine, the RX-43, the Gymkhana car. Absolutely masses of grunt and a spectacular driving style from Ken Block. That really is awesome as it pops and bangs and crackles its way up the hill. You hear the wastegate slamming shut as the turbo re-spools as he shuts the throttle and stamps it back open. Just the last corner to get round. He's done that, and he's across the finish line. In the Fiesta was the last car in the batch. The support vehicles make their way up to the top. We'll catch up with Bruce in a moment to speak to some of those guys. Here are some highlights on the screen of that last batch of cars, our touring cars and rally machines. We started off with the biggest machine in the place, the Kamaz truck, the 17.2 litre turbo diesel monster. Dmitry Svetnikov driving that, and he's throwing it around as though it was a tenth of the size and a tenth of the weight. Patrick Friesacker, always spectacular, massively sideways under full power off the line. He spin turns the Red Bull Toyota at the top. Great shot of former DTM race winner, German lady racer Ellen Law at the wheel of the Mercedes truck. Richard Childress, the great NASCAR team owner, is here, and showing us how it's done in one of his sprint cup cars. Andrew Jordan, spectacular in Matthias Ekstrom's S1 rallycross machine. Very, very fast, huge amounts of power, total traction from the four-wheel drive, and a big turbo propelling the little Audi up the hill at a furious rate of knots. Our drifters were as spectacular as ever. James Dean massively crossed up into Malcolm. Oh, Buzzy Butler doing the thing at the top there. Round and round he goes. Finger out of the window. We'll try and get Bruce to get all these guys in one place. Only got it stuck on the grass, didn't he? Mad Mike with it, making his 6th climb of the weekend in the ferocious Mazda RX-8. Onboard shots there of the fantastic hydraulic handbrake that he uses to get this car to change direction at a furious rate of knots. Vaughan Gittin Jr. lost a bit of bodywork, and it finally became fully detached right outside the commentary box at Malcolm. A welcome debutant at the Festival of Speed. Alex Zanardi, the great IndyCar hero, ex-Formula One racer, and now an Olympic gold medalist. He came up in the Raoul Motorsport BMW Z4 GT3. We had some glorious rally cars on the course, didn't we? The Audi Quattro Sport, the Lancia Delta S4, the Renault 5 Maxi Turbo of Jean Ragnotti, and a high-speed spin turn in its own length. He's got car control to give away, that man, as has Liam Duran, the Rallycross ace, hammering across the line in the Citroen. Here's one of our most famous visitors at the Festival of Speed, ladies and gentlemen. You won't recognise him with that helmet on, but I can tell you that's Keanu Reeves, Hollywood movie star and big petrol head. He's a motorbike fan, and he was here signing autographs and riding that fantastic bike yesterday. And, spoke to Bruce on a couple of occasions at the top of the hill. A real enthusiast, loving his time at the Festival of Speed. Had a go in a rally car as well with Rob Gill in the Ford Fiesta R5. Motoring editor of The Sun and keen amateur rallyer Rob Gill took Keanu Reeves for a duck and a dive in the woods up in the Forest Rally stage. Make sure you get up and have a look at that rally stage. It's really cool, and there's all sorts of rally cars spanning 5 or 6 decades of WRC competition. It's a course cut into the woods at the top of the hill climb, course designed by Hannu Mikkola, the great Audi hero. Okay, as I hoped, we can pop up to the top paddock and grab a word with Bruce Jones, who's been talking to some of the stars from that batch.
Butsy Butler, I can't believe it's the end of the festival. The last time we'll have the drift cars up the hill. It's been one heck of a show.
Honestly, it's been amazing this year. Last year, I brought like a pretty standard car. It was about 300 horsepower. So this year, I was like, I need to bring something that will make some smoke. So I brought this V8 supercharged S15. It's 700 horsepower. And my God, did it put on a show. So I'm delighted to be here.
But I've looked in the programme, in the entry list, you've got something tucked up your sleeve. Didn't quite get ready. A Sauber F1 car. Tell us about that.
Yeah, basically I was working with some guys from Only the Fast. They buy and sell F1 cars. So I went and test drove an Arrows 96 last year. And of course, me being me, I started to drift it straight away. And to be honest, I was able to do it. So they decided, let's build one for demonstration purposes. So we're building it with a triple rotor engine. It's going to be a Mazda rotor engine. So it's going to sound like an F1 car and rev like crazy. But we're going to fit it with a brake bias. So it'll be able to do burnouts and donuts. It's not going to drift great, we know that, but it'll be able to do some wide donuts. It'll be able to do some burnouts. So this time next year, 100%, I'll be back with it.
Can't wait to see it. Butsy, thanks so much.
No problem. Thanks for having us. Cheers, guys.
Alex Zanardi, great to see you at the top of the hill at Goodwood, but you just got out to check the back of the Z4 BMW. What were you looking for, or is it just behind you?
No, it's because I didn't realize, but I think the mechanic, they switched the traction control back on, and when I tried to spin the car, the system was working against me. So it's not designed to do these type of funny things anyway, but didn't damage the car, which is what matters the most.
No, just a little bit of straw in the side of the wheel. It's been great to have you here, and it's such a great car you're in. I just love the painted colour scheme.
Oh, I agree, I do too. And it's not that real because I'm not that good looking, but in any case, with the cartoon of me, Timo Glock and Bruno Spengler, reminds me of a great adventure we lived through last year in the Spa 24-hour. BMW gave us this great opportunity to compete into such a competitive event like the Spa 24-hour is, and it was a pity that we had a technical issue with only 1 hour to go because we were doing really well. Middle of the race, we were really in a fight to win the thing, but we'll try again in the future. For now, let's enjoy Goodwood. Festival of Speed is really something else. It's my first time here, but I'm amazed.
What sort of thing has really caught your eye here? Because you're a man who understands his history of the sport.
You need more eyes than two. The reality is the quantity of quality is really amazing because just a couple of these magnificent cars that you can admire through the weekend here in Goodwood would make the fortune of any motor show around the world, and this is what makes Goodwood unique in its kind. The Festival of Speed is really the place where you want to be if you are a real race fan, and it's just amazing, really. I know it sounds rhetorical, but I really mean it. It is amazing.
Well, it's even more amazing because you're here, Alexandra, especially as you really, really get it. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
a fight.
That's sliding everywhere. Box, box, box. Do not fire him. Fire. Retire the car.
Every practice, every qualifying, every race. The only place to see it all live. Sky Sports, your home of F1.
Well, there might be plenty of burger vans and places to get fries and even very nice sandwiches, but we thought we'd come in here and show you how the other half do it. You need one of these, which is a limited edition Tag Heuer sort of pendant. They do a different one every single year, and this unlocks the key to this very special place where you can get champagne, you can get hand-cut cheeses and ham of all sorts of varieties, and you can even come out here onto the veranda where there are plenty of people sat here enjoying it, making the most of their time at Goodwood. They've got waitress services and all sorts of things, and you can see champagne flowing. Are you having a nice time, gents?
Great time, thank you very much.
Is this the way to do Goodwood?
I think it is.
Oh, well, you can come past. Sorry. Well, do a dance. It'll be lovely. That's live TV for you. It's absolutely fine. You guys enjoy yourself, won't you? He's been enjoying himself, obviously. So this is one way of doing Goodwood. I've still got my boots on, so I'm not sure if officially I should be in here, but everybody's welcome at Goodwood. Everybody has fun here. And as you can see, come on out. Is this for us? Not for us this time. No, you go for it. Come on, come out. Look, they've even got salmon, potatoes, lemon. Is this beef and asparagus?
It's beef asparagus and white truffle cream.
Wow, look at that. Thank you ever so much. I'll let you get on with it. So it's busy out here, as you can see. So we'll let them get on with it, and we'll let the cars get on with going up the hill.
Thanks, Jenny, down there, out and about on site, talking to some of the stars and soaking up some of the atmosphere here on Festival Sunday for 2016, the 24th edition of this magnificent motorsport garden party, on board with Liam Duran in the Citroën DS3 World Rallycross Beast. Door open to get some much needed fresh air into the car. I'm still coughing my guts up in the commentary box, thanks to our drifting boys who like to show off on their way down. See what I mean? He's taken the steering wheel off that one. That's completely insane, isn't it?
Henry, good afternoon from the start line.
Ah, Christopher.
We've got some fabulous cars coming down to the turnaround, and the good news is that Justin Law is back in the Jaguar with all four wheels firmly attached.
Great stuff, Chris. I know we've got a galaxy of wonderful sports racers, LMP1 cars, Group 5 cars, Group 6 cars, GT3 cars. Keep your photos and your tweets coming in. Contact us. The official Twitter handle is @FOSGoodwood. The website, goodwood.com/FOS. And always use the hashtag FOS, and we'll be able to find your tweets, and we will get some on the screen. Big queue of cars on the way round Moulcombe, on the way back down. Everyone wanting a little bit of showboating. Here are some tweets from earlier. Paolo Riccardi. This is what you see and what you feel in Goodwood. Past telling passion to the future. Absolutely right. The ultimate motorsport history lesson. Ferrari North Europe. Fan Ian Poulter, the golfer, and son enjoying Ferrari FXXK at the Festival of Speed. Ben Welch says, get to the chopper. Yes, indeed. Joe Arnoop, the gang, at the Festival of Speed, down there on the lawn in front of the BMW Centenary Central Feature. Retro Classica Limited, Ayrton's loving it. Awesome, in caps, absolutely right.